more. Lotus, T1's map.
I think it depends on some of the players.
That's pretty much all reliable for them.
We used to have this thing where, like, if we gave Yampy a map on just one agent, he would, like, get really excited for that one map, and he would just play really, really well. I think sometimes the changes do help people.
Study for this, knowing the tendencies of T1, but can they counteract it?
I think it's
a big question, because they thought they had a pretty good read about it.
Play by player.
Obviously, that did not go their way.
Yeah, I do wonder and worry a little bit for RRQ, right, coming into map number 2, because sometimes if it's very one-sided, you can
thing is though as well, when we watched Izu play,
really well,
I think they might be a good example with T1. Right, Izu playing Yoru.
It's going to take a lot, I think, mentally to just kind of forget that
happened. So good
and
on
try to pull off the reverse sweep. So the beginning of this map especially, I think, is going to be very important mentally for the side of RRQ. They do get
I don't think they do. I don't think Fnatic I don't think Fnatic want Alpha on Duelist. I think he wants to be on Duelist. Not sure the whole team want that. He just wanted to play it. But by the sounds of it, he wants to play Chamber, Duelist. He wants to play everything. I wants to duel out.
Trying to re-lurk back in towards B, but I think statuesque there is Excurate, able to find that kill, but now creeping up into the smoke. Rossi pops the
smoke into smoke, get in the corner.
Way back in towards stairs.
Yeah, he gets a lot of information.
I mean, this guy's dead, right? Oh, gets around the corner and picks up the smoke.
So spike planted, and they should have known this was
coming. Yeah, and they're going to be trapped in here though, so likely they take heaven control. Let's take some kind of map control.
In from the back, but still not going to be an easy retake here.
Dude, this is a hard retake. They got Omen Flash, that's like the main one. Omen Flash over towards door, does hit. You would expect them to try push this at one point.
Before that blind does expire, Excurate and Rossi able to find one apiece here.
Oh, pressure on the spike.
Jumkin on the drop down, looking for the spray through, has to push forward. That's going to be the diffuser, now taking down Izu, right back over onto it, held the half.
Oh my god, Rossi managed to get the kill at the end here as well. Holy, I thought this... I mean, it kind of all came down to that duel, really.
Get themselves another pistol win.
Yeah, extremely
What's up, Keeper? How we doing, man?
They're just all running in through tree, throw down a bunch of smokes and a bunch of paranoias. The Omen obviously having a really good effect on this one. Starts off with Execute, able to tie up in terms of the member. But then this push on in and just making it really hectic. They get the half defuse and then Rossi able to defend. Of course, that's just a big nice coming out. And T1, you know, they continue their streak. Technically, they had, what was it, 8
Scrappy pistol, but good. Yeah, I mean, I like the double push from C. They just take some map control. We go down to 13 HP, no heal on this one. Do they just insta-sending, knowing they did enough damage? Gotta keep an eye on this. 3 pass and push. Yeah, and I mean, I think he just needs to not give him a gun now. Yeah, well, there's a gun.
Well, Jemkin's able to find it with the classic. The paint shells would have done the job all the same. So, elimination found, sight broken open.
Yeah, I think I would have liked him to get out of there. No one's overextended to get the gun at the moment. 3 pass and push behind. Yeah, once they realize they're pushing behind, they go a bit more aggro. The Jemkin does have a gun.
This is falling apart.
Hiding behind the turret. Okay. I'm enjoying this from T1 in terms of double push here, triple push here. They're very proactive once again. It seems like that is the new style at the moment. We saw it a lot from Saya on Ascent. We're seeing it a lot at the moment, the first 2 rounds.
So that kind of made things more difficult on the defense of the retake. Carpe starts it off very nicely with that long-range Bulldog shot. They know exactly where the Killjoy is.
Yeah, you might be right, Gabri, honestly.
Pretty easy follow-up there.
Because...
Okay, don't hesitate.
That's, you know,
I don't know.
That's the Alex mentality.
The thing with T1 is I don't know which T1 I'm gonna get. I think that's the issue at the moment, and it could be down to what you're saying.
Just play confidently.
Just send it.
Run in. Just gonna send it.
Yeah. Sometimes that's the mentality you need.
We've seen them looking very, very good.
So
we've seen them have a pretty
10 rounds in a row.
low floor as well.
Of course, including last map. RRQ going to come in here pretty quickly, but Execute already has an operator.
Dude, look at this over towards C, man. We're using double Prowler, Omen Flash on top of it. Like, we are taking double C control. Fade Eye goes in, Omen Flash, double Prowler. Like, they're pushing all the way into spawn. And I guess they wanted this to happen. Any mollies for this? Doesn't want to risk it. Okay, wanted to try and make the most of there being a gap in the smoke, but actually goes down in the end. And my guy is full sleeping.
Completely distracted, not reacting fast enough, ends up getting taken down, and that should be the call to save what weapons they possibly can.
Yeah, my guy is full sleeping here. That is that's a mini-map watch.
Yeah, he's the one guy. The other two already gone. Let's see if he gets the jump onto Xfero or Flipshider. And they seem to have a good idea that he is here as well. And
swing and a death here in a brief little moment as
might as well go for it.
Yeah, needs to face out.
Okay, lovely round from RRQ. Gotta buy rebuy 2 armors. That's it. Op comes out, Odin comes out. Everything. Okay. It's a big investment for what this one is, though. Good news is RRQ. A lot of money on this, so big round for T1. Looks like they might have made the right call as well. 4 passing, punish over towards A, with 4 people going aggro out towards A.
The benefit of the doubt. Pick up that kill is now looking to challenge outside of Rubble.
Lovely shot. Lovely shot, man. What the? Dude, that was so snappy. This guy gets tethered in the corner, and this tether hits as well. Oh my goodness, they're W-keying them.
They absolutely run them down.
Yeah, that is an actual rundown. The last 2 got fully run down. It was nice, though. I mean, Sire's second shot was outrageously fast.
Happy with getting picked off by Elmimore in that previous round. Just goes
when did this happen? When did he start looking better with a rifle than he does with an op? Is that like a recent thing?
Nice, guys. Nice, guys.
Nice, guys. That's a good movie.
It is, and so far their play has been quite nice. RRQ, they got the one round, but as you mentioned, they really stifled.
At least when he was in the guards, it felt like getting him an op was the win condition.
Getting any momentum as Izu gonna pick up one Execute as well, getting out there, and you know, the showstopper doesn't seem to get any value, but still going to be advantage T1 here as this plant is going to come down onto the A site.
Sometimes you don't need that showstopper to find the
his rifle was good on the guard. His rifle was good on the guard, but his op was like just seemed like it was way like he just looked more comfortable on it. Whereas now, it feels like it's the other way around. At least if we're if we're remembering Ascent. Maybe it's just heavy recency bias. I mean, this is such a pause, man. Oh, oh no, into a molly. There's no way. He didn't hold it long enough. He falls back down into the molly as the guy peeks and just gets one-tapped.
Now 4-1.
The timing for Estrella so unfortunate.
Yeah, that is devastating.
It just allows Execute to get way too much value in this round.
Dude, RRQ double time smokes in.
There. Saw Execute as well, very nicely done. This push out from the side of Elmimore was pretty nice, but after that it was all T1. Execute picks up 3 on the round, 2 on the site, 1 with the initial op shot, and that will be a pretty early timeout, but at 4-1 and things continuing to slip away from RRQ, I don't blame them.
Not a good feeling though to have to call this.
Must be a confidence thing. MC said that he wasn't W-keying enough in the guards. Yeah, that is true. I remember that. You're right.
Not quite being prepared for a lot of the aggression that we're seeing from T1 out of this defender side. And one of the things that we were seeing from, you know, Zeta when they played against Team Secret was just the all-out aggression. It was something that Secret was not ready for. Jesse just, you know, consistently getting caught with utility hands, not being ready for that pace and that timing that was coming in. And right now, RRQ suffering a very similar fate from the attacker side.
Yeah, they're gonna have to figure something out. Maybe just.
I feel like the middle of the pack that aren't the top two. Right, so taking out Paper X Gen G.
I don't know. They need to change something.
Very hard to predict the other teams. They all look relatively
in the last 15.
inconsistent in terms of what version of them we're gonna get.
Still, quite a lot.
Apart from maybe DRX, I would put DRX in a little box at the moment because they've looked consistently good twice so far.
No reason for them to really change up their strategy, right? Just continue being aggressive.
So if they keep that up, then
and trying to keep the pressure down.
Then we probably don't include them in this.
Side, trying to push into Mountain. This actually worked on their eco round. Do you remember? They were able to get in onto C. Didn't win the round, but one of the better looking ones for RRQ.
Shells checking bend.
How long does this smoke last for? They have no idea. Oh boy, thought he killed the first guy and switched to the planner.
End up getting taken down as tap onto the door. TP away, Xpharaoh just a second off being able to get the jump there. Flipshot are going to be taken out though as Saya player does take him down. Lockdown coming through it. Carpe finding the pick. Push forward there.
That's all good. Lovely shot, man. Damn, what a nice shot.
Player gets himself a third, and Rossi now needs to back out. Sees a tiny little corner that he can tuck into.
Still on.
Back into the site quickly, but with the time ticking,
just gonna do damage.
Have to kill both of them here. Head down. Himself in. Going for it, but yeah, Ellie Moore eventually will be able to get the wallbang headshot for a 4K in the round, and RQ. The timeout, it does work a treat for them. Still losing out on multiple members, but managed to not let
I see the agent voice lines there was pretty accurate to what he was thinking.
In from Mount into C, it was a way they were able to get a pretty nice setup.
Looking down working this, yeah, ever so slightly, like the smallest amount.
From the side of Elmi Moore, picks up the 4, as you mentioned. He really did a great job of holding down the site from outside from the Mount. And even with Saya player, and I think Carpe trying to get out there and clean that out, was not able to do so against Elmi Moore. And no surprise, I think they're just gonna send it once again into this area of the map.
The Prowler to check, Flipshot are now in a very rough position. And it just has to hold his ground as the Prowlers continue to check, and Saya finds one. Izu, in the meantime, just pushing out alongside.
Bro, they're so aggro.
Picks off Xpharaoh. 3 players now left alive for RRQ as they will be able to get themselves onto the C site, but they're going to use the Nightfall off the rip before the planters even come in. They spot absolutely
and this
nothing,
is a big round with the reset, and the fact they're using the Fatal, does that mean they're going to double down and use the Razor?
Can they deal with this massive approach that's getting ready to come through from Mount? Boombot cleared. No audio here for Elmi Moore. Pulls back over towards the bend. Rossi in the meantime.
Heavy 4-person push with a 1-person flanking behind.
Right now, backs are turned. Ellie Moore able to come away with 2, but now Showstopper from Jemkin to try to further slow things up. Gets the spot.
Damn, the hold.
There, but now Rossi coming
nicely done, the hold. They had to use the Fatal to give map control. They had to use the Razor as well, but... And
3v5, they get
yeah, this was the problem with all 4 going over towards here. So I like the push behind, but then did they need to maybe open the door, create some pressure? Probably.
From the defensive side, outside of B and A, and that's working.
I also think the one thing I will say here is Fatal goes in, hits 1, and there's 4 people behind the smoke and they don't heavy commit. I think they can heavy commit because it hit a little bit here, right? Actually, would need to watch the Fatal again. If it didn't hit this angle, then that's a wrong call.
On this map, and now T1 gonna look to aggress themselves out onto Mount. Easy gonna
start off with I was gonna say, how enough is this guy alive? Managed to get the kills, get out of there.
But
1 up.
That is going to look pretty good for the side of T1. They still do have Carpe here on the side.
C's hit 3. Oh, really?
Yeah, now reinforced. The side player rotates his way through Waterfall. 3v4. About sending the Haunt. Oh, takes quite a bit of damage. Down to 5. Going to be caught with util in hand. Elmi Moore able to come away with a second elimination. But
yeah, and he can just play far back with his nades. SA as he W's forward.
Elmi Moore a bit stranded here. Sends the Prowler. Manages to cut across, but Pain Shells into bend. Going to force him back out into the open where he's able to challenge against Saya. He brings this back into a 2v2.
No way. They keep winning rounds where I don't think they're going to win.
Low HP. as it's just a one-tap necessary. More back around the corner, swings
well,
it, but Execurate holds his ground.
All I had to do was curse him, apparently. And these rounds are so close and scrappy. And in terms of this, like, they would have had to eco if they lost this one, so really close.
I thought RRQ had that
1-9
but the clutch
on this and this. Might just be a low bar with 3 guns.
As you see, initially this fight outside of Mound, pretty good, honestly, for T1 side. Also got that pick, but Elmimore is really just on a tear right now. But Excurate's handling of this situation also fantastic. To take down the 2 of them in the 1v2, barely a reaction either, just kind of happy to get the job done.
Very solid clutch, but I think maybe a little bit too much energy there, a little bit too antsy from the side of Elmimore, wanting to go into the challenge.
Squeeze a buy into this.
Okay,
5-3.
Forced him back with that Nightfall. He's
5 frees, 8 people that can't buy next.
Excurate, he knows how low that player
oh man, he just took his time with it, yeah. Very, very patient. Didn't go for the flick shot, just wait for this guy to land.
Decent career as a rabbit hunter.
Yeah. I loved his setup there. Excurate just making this map his right now. Saya, the jump, unfortunate for him, but he's got a lot of setup.
Their regression on C. I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like it. I like it more on this map than I do Ascent. I'll say that much though.
The move, he's gonna go down.
Yeah. See Elmimore there, hand off the mouse, just not quite prepared.
Yeah, he was not ready for the swing because who would swing this in a 4v2?
Get any kind of damage dealt, does manage to
who would swing that in a 4v1?
Now Paranoid. Rossi as well, though, getting caught by his teammates. Paranoia isn't able to swing.
Bro, they're like paper Xing a little bit, I swear.
So 3 members lost, but T1 get themselves up to 6 on this defender's half so far.
Yeah, and you're always going to be happy to hit at least 6.
Struggle on this map on defense while they're pushing. Honestly, their defense stats are like through the roof. And they actually have the best defense stats in any team on that we've seen.
Oh man.
Mostly because of the chamber, I think.
It's been looking much improved today as far as the Omen performances are concerned. Sometimes it's been a little bit wishy-washy, and that is not a good feeling if you're an RRQ fan. Seeing the second timeout now called here in this first half, knowing that on this attack, they have to get themselves up to 6.
Yeah. And at the end of the day,
they're not that good. It's Paper X, bro, but they're playing the same style as Paper X. Like, they are just dueling everything. The amount of times that I've seen people get caught off from swings that they don't expect.
Felt good. They strung 2 in a row together, but at the end of the day, T1 immediately strike back with some more aggression from the defensive side, and they're just not really allowing any time for RRQ to breathe. So they need now to get something going, because if you start to lose more rounds from the attacker side and you have no timeouts, might just be lights out.
T1 have been struggling on their attack though.
It's ultra-bound right now here for T1.
Maybe if they can get like 5.
I mean, he could try for a TP play. They have a pit if they can get into a decent post-plant situation. But Showstopper,
okay, shut down of A,
counter pit available.
And just I goes in. This is going to spot no one going out.
Part of the map unassailable. Given Rossi's position over
with the timeout, they want to force more towards C.
Given that T1 has been overall handily winning these rounds, I think you can be a little bit more reactionary with your ult usage.
T1 definitely expecting a B after this timeout. Double stack towards B. They have an early rotate in terms of chamber taking the TP, but that is lovely entry.
On that shot, and they will be able to pick up the C site.
Not seeing anything. Also not going for the wallbang attempt.
Yeah, it would have been tempting. Razor goes fast into this one. Top side though. No way, 28 HP. I thought he was going to get a double. Guy survives the ult on 28 and manages to get 2. That was so close. Yeah, and it's going to save this one because we can start looking over towards here where they've got no money.
He wants to intercept. He wants to be able to take this weapon out of his hands because this AWP has been causing them issues.
Let's see if he can go all the way around.
And he did see both, right? But he didn't have enough time to calm before these guys started swinging.
Just trying to jump around, and there it is. Flipshiner from the left side will take him down. So RRQ.
The C play on T1, yeah, I do think that sometimes they could, like sometimes they could play to leave C.
Got to string more than just the one together, though, as we'll take a look at how this.
Because imagine like a retake with an Omen flash here would be pretty nice, and smokes to block some of the vision so they don't hold mount.
Continues to look excellent, but it's the rest of the team that just hasn't really been able to step up here alongside him. Still in a recoverable position. You can see the buy right now for T1. Very weak. Execute, of course. Full headhunter bullet, so can deal a significant amount of damage.
Let's see if they can get 2 in a row, well, 3 in a row towards the end here.
No one really peeking to give them the time of day at the moment. Estrella in a
Pharaoh
position,
gets the Killjoy op out. I mean, I guess they.
Saya's going to continue inching up.
Guess they picked up.
They take a little bit more space, and he does have that Vandal in hand.
Boy.
Continuing the sea aggression over towards there.
Crossover in towards tree and wait for this pressure to be coming on.
Double tree hold.
Has the Prowler's also taken out Jemkin. Is he going to send it?
Prowler not spying much. Vulnerable's there. They are able to take out Jemkin, but not before Rossi falls. Carpet down at the back end. Execute, however, now arriving on the site. Hit going to be invested.
Oh my, I thought he had another one.
Had the lineup, but just doesn't pull the trigger.
Yeah, I thought he had another one. Ult invested into this as well. I mean, Moore does get his ult into the next round, so the 6 is looking kind of likely.
Weapon can be picked up. It's an operator.
It's not looking very likely, but let's see what work they can get done.
Face your fear!
Okay, again, just looking for information there.
Kind of worked out well to get hit by that, I think.
Paranoia sent, but no way to push in off the back of that.
This was nice, though. The smoke here to block door.
There's attention being pulled over towards the door. A side player gets himself over towards this spike. Creeping forward, spots one, but it's just not quite snappy enough. Estrella takes him down. Paranoia sent.
Okay, I think T1 would take a bit of a win knowing that the Fatal got used.
Nizu can just pass this over to Execute now. But RRQ, they get within touching distance.
Yeah, again, a pretty clean one. Just a couple of picks over towards the east side. When they do go through these doors into tree, Elmimore, very nice.
On this guy's screen, he saw the.
Otherwise, you know, we could have
you see that on this guy's screen, the chamber shot.
Have Execute be the hero of that round, but that
it
was
went
not
above.
the case. They get on in, they
Oh,
use
the
the Viper's
Tracer.
Pit.
So weird.
Still a lot of ults available here for the side of T1 for the last round of the half. And
so it must have been crazy close.
You know, they used a bunch,
okay, T1 in a good position to win this, especially as that Fatal goes out into that round. Jemkin 1 away from an orb, so maybe they want to try and go more aggro for orbs. They see someone pinging it already on A. That is a bold one. But they, I mean, T1 have used this strat all the time, but he always peeks here. They're trying to play off the fact that he always peeks off of here and TPs away, but he actually faces this. And even if you look at the pings on the floor, like RRQ are just pinging this out the whole time. Because honestly, they've done this strat about 3 times in a row. He would always peek this square. So they do change it up.
Bit of damage, but finds the kill.
They trade the ops.
He's not in it right now. Tucks back inside.
Man, Elmimore has been a god in these last 3 rounds. Got really important kills every single time.
He was in the smoke, Estrella on the left-hand side. The 4v4s, they try to hold this, but Carpet now sending that Nightfall. Will catch on the 2. The players disconnected back up towards Matt, however, not going to get caught as Isu starts working his way forward. Elmimore, decayed low. Starting to get his HP back, clears out on these Prowlers. The push out, headshot found. Carpet going to be taken down, Execute dead as well. Now it's all on Izu and Saya player, who still has an op in hand. Saya now gone.
Yeah, good luck.
With the 1v2,
you can spam there.
Coming through, they're in a very disconnected position, but there you go. The final headshot will
Not bad from RRQ. It's a very good recovery. Elmimore, I felt, was just so important, all 3 of them at the end here.
Yeah, I mean, 3 rounds in a row. That last one looking pretty clean as well. They go through the Viper's Pit, and Rossi just not quite able to hold on to that area of the map.
Timeout? Yeah, the
okay,
timeout was
surely
good.
They're not going to push on in through here, but RRQ bravely get the job done. And they get that spike down on C, and there wasn't much hope for the side of T1 on the retake. And so now it's pretty much anybody's map at this point in time, with this one all tied up. But still going to be a bit curious to see how insane this T1 attacker side is going to look.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. This map has been very attacker-sided favored, but in the past it was defenders for Pacific. We'll see if that rears its head here, or T1 are going to be able to get back into the driver's seat from the attack like they did there on Ascent.
It does feel like some of the wind taken out of their sails with the last 3 rounds, though. RRQ, especially guys like Elmimore, just showing up in a big way. That is a League of Legends caster. Does the LCK. So shout out to him. He's like, oh, Valorant's
knowledge.
really fun. I heard them talking. I think he's like, he's at least Diamond.
Okay.
In Valorant as well. They were talking about their Valorant ranks. The LCK casters. So certainly has put in a decent amount of time. He's not, you know, exceptional or anything, but that's
damn, guys getting called out on the stream.
Difficult for some of us as well.
He's just come here to watch. He's getting called out for being Diamond.
Especially Achilles in the minigame.
Well, in the minigame, sure.
In real life,
in the real
Valorant,
game,
it's not difficult.
That's no problem.
Yeah.
Get there in a heartbeat.
But for a LoL caster to get there, that's a stretch.
Hey, I used to be a LoL caster, so it is possible. Jemkin, though, going to be taking a shot into the shoulder. Jump down to 45, but still cannot be found. A side player trying to push the pace. Is going to be paranoid, but still sees enough. They got a stray.
That was sick, man. I was going to say, surely not another one. Dude, look at this, though. Damage has been done here. And lovely trade. Does the Raze get here early? Do they double back?
Through the smoke, and yeah, he got the jump on the one, but everybody else was behind him, and now Jemkin a bit low on health, and they're going to get
Rossi.
Thinking about
yeah, this is nice from Rossi. Just knew that someone would try and take some map control here. Really low HPs.
Very low on health. These last two members should be an easy finish for the side of T1, but
Sparrow doesn't look right. He actually would have been able to see Excurate up on top, but because they missed each other, that means that he's going to be able to get the jump here. Spots them both. Can he transfer this? Goes for the one. Oh, tucked into the corner. Can't quite find that second kill. Sees him drop down. Rossi still on the flank, now getting the read of it, but as he looks away, Excurate
it was unlucky, man. It was a nice try.
It's a matter of timing.
I think you got to go for the guy at the top, but
able to win out. 3-1 in pistols now as they regain a lead.
It's very hindsight. Because you know this guy's not going to move.
T1 just came at them so quickly. I mean, Saya is obvious, and also the fact that he was able to get this one through the paranoia, as you mentioned, sees just the tip of the Omen, and that is enough. But then just the quick rotation to go from B straight into A, I think caught RRQ off guard, and it was a done deal from there. Nearly a chance at the end for Xpharaoh, but
double pistol into this one. Nade goes in, that forces them back.
And bring it down to the 1v1.
Did no damage. Crazy. They have 5-person push. Obviously, they've only seen 2 from the util so far.
Here for RRQ at A, but T1 starting to work their way towards C. Still puts RRQ in a bit of a rough position.
Terms of T1, they're allowed. I mean, they're kind of allowed 2 deaths.
They are able to get slightly around this, but still a decent amount of damage.
The guy's gonna get molly kills.
Still able to find one, but now the swing out from Izu.
26.
It does get the punish. And looks like the call from T1 is let's take the fight. Izu says, screw it. I can win this out.
Yeah, might be able to farm this. Is it best though to get the Omen ult? Easy, think so.
They don't have to do this, but
that might be a bit better. If the Raze go out, okay, Izu gets a lot. They get Omen ult in 2.
But of course, on the Eco RRQ, still able to get a couple of kills. It's kind of interesting though. The biggest thing for me is that T1, they're like, let's just run at them. They could have just ran to C and planted for free, but nah, let's just go kill them.
Yeah, I mean, again, don't hesitate.
They get the op out early as well.
Nicely done by him as he was able to collect the 4K here on the back end. Not necessarily, I should say, the most meaningful on. Obviously, you can do plenty of cheeky plays, but
attack op comes out early. Do they expect it? Maybe, because they do this sometimes. Let's see over towards A. We've got anyone to shoot this eye for him.
You remember on Ascent, T1, they went over to the attacker side.
Shoot this Prowler for him? No way. He was waiting for his teammate to shoot the Prowler and they just swing on top of it. Aya tanks a lot of damage and they want to force him to be. There's 3 people here. Well, the read from RRQ is pretty strong here. Like really strong.
And overall, so far it's looking clean here for RRQ. Just Elmimore as a casualty thus far. If they can close out the round from here, they'll be feeling pretty good about it. And I think ultimately T1, I mean, given that
Rossi thought he had done his job with the fader, so he started running back. And then the Prowler came in, and he had to try run back. It was relatively unlucky. I mean, I guess they just want to save the op, really. But Izu might be able to make a play in, like, what, 20 seconds, just so the time isn't too low for them to hunt.
It's kind of expected, but we expected it on Ascent, and it didn't happen. They got actually rolled on the 9th round win for T1, and then it was a 10th, and then the 11th, and the rest was kind of, as you guys remember in round 1, kind of just a full-on sweep. But this time, RRQ, they put up a good stance.
30 seconds, he can now start making a play, because the other guy's not going to get faced.
Izu is coming on in, and, you know, I hope I didn't speak too soon.
Could cost them. I mean, can at least try to grab the weapon or get the plant down for some added money, but eventually
and
will
then
fall.
just want to be saving this one.
His mission is just
Yeah, it worked
to
out.
protect
They did the right thing.
that operator. I mean, now that Excurate's the IGL, it's just like, oh, you have the op. Your mission is to stay alive.
What did the mission used to be?
To save the operator.
Did I see Frost tweet? Wait.
But they
Well, he's not
cannot.
able to.
Wait, he actually goes down?
no.
Oh,
Could have saved
no.
Tuck's back.
Yeah, I could have
Line.
definitely not taken that
Rubble,
peek.
But decides to try to get
And
the
then
catch
now
at
what?
the end and ends up losing it.
Excurate's furious.
And now Excurate's mad.
Yeah, I was going to say,
But yeah,
IGL's.
I mean, Excurate, he was playing
Didn't shoot the
greedily,
Prowler
trying to say,
for the
okay, I know
IGL, then he
someone's gonna
loses
push
gun.
off the back of
Oh,
this
man.
Prowler, but they timed it so perfectly
IGL's
well.
going to be pissed, bro.
Wait until the very last moment, right as that fight's about to come through, and only more swing in the corner gets that kill. So a bit of egg on the face of Excurate there.
Well,
Now no weapon for him aside from the Headhunter.
yeah.
Yeah, and they decide to force into this one.
Bullets and
I mean, that's fine, because it was only him that
a
couldn't
bit of
buy.
poking out of mounds here, but T1 looks like they do want to fight this. Bit of a spread at the moment. 2-1-2. See if they do look to go elsewhere as the rotation is coming back towards A. Decent amount of poking and prodding out here near rubble just to say, okay, well, there's not really much of a defense for now.
RRQ's starting to get a good idea of this, though. I haven't seen anything at C. Warning ping down in front of B main. Just
They have the
in case there's
option
gonna
to
be
pivot back into
a
B
deep
with
flank
the
coming
Omen
through,
here.
which Izu is in position for that.
We'll see how much
potentially.
util they get. 'Cause this is a relatively far back alarm bot.
players
It's
in
like
position,
behind the
Mitchell
wall
Crafty
once it's
onto the side,
committed.
flip
Saya
side,
swings
first
over
and
towards
foremost.
site. They see the alarm bot. Do they
He
still
ends up
want to
falling
send it
Sparrow,
into
can
a
do nothing
site?
but just
Omen
sit
ought
here
to
and stay
clear
tough,
here.
stay
Yeah,
quiet.
commit to B's
As Hawk
happening
gets the
now.
reveal,
Sorry,
and
commit
Ellenbore's
to
going
A.
to be taken
30
down.
seconds left.
Sparrow now striking, comes up with one.
Yeah, we've got to keep an eye on the Omen. This turret's going to see him.
Izu now starting to work his way forward on this
Turret
lurk.
sees him, so they might go fast in terms of the
Jump in.
defense, or they go deal with
He's
him.
noting this, but now backs away. Oh, the timing for Izu, it could not be any better.
Yeah, maybe they think he went away. I'm not sure. Omen Flash was great. Hit all three on
challenge.
site.
Straight up, about to get caught potentially.
Yeah.
As there's a swing around, he's not ready for it. This now
Our base
leaves
24
Sparrow.
HP, so
The
this should be a
1v2,
kill.
No HP here on Carpe as he moves up, tries the challenge, gets him through the corner, and they know that Izu was behind. Pulls at the half, doesn't hear the drop. Does he pull off of this one? He's going to try to stick it.
Oh, got
And
close, but
Izu
Izu
finds
was counting in his head.
timing
Nicely done on this
perfectly.
one.
Just a
Money.
moment away. Sparrow saying, I
Yeah.
think I'm going to get away with this. And
Two
that's
people
when
that
he
can't
swings the
buy.
corner.
Yeah, very good timing from the side of Izu.
Yeah, that was
just
nice. I would love to see the
across
first kill from
entirety
Saya.
Of the way that played out after the plant. But
Yeah,
started
do
off,
browse
Saya
this
played
out
a
in the
couple of big
open.
picks here.
Didn't have the timing on the
Couple
smoke.
headshots, They get onto the site. Izu this timing.
Nice
was the
though, they
beginning
opened
of
the
it,
door
and
as he went to
right
swing,
at
so
the
he
end.
wanted
I
to
feel like
molly
in
the
3.5,
door.
there was like a bit of time where he
Not
could
bad.
have came off and maybe
Not bad
seen
from
it,
T1.
but he wanted to be the pro that did not fake and did not work out for him. So T1, they get back on the board, 9-7. Still a close one, but still it's very threatening from the side of T1's attack, as we have seen so far.
Well, looks like, yeah, pick up on the orb. That's going to be the Nightfall available for Carpe. Door tap. Saya will play into this. Backs away as Carpe trading positions. Just have to keep that door revolving.
Cover going out.
So it looks like they are going to make the call to start
Yeah, it
pivoting
looks like
into
the
B.
call's right on
Prowler
this
to
as
check.
well.
Nothing noted. Jumpkin nearby.
Okay,
Clear out on the
might
turret.
go back into
Adds
C. We'll
ambiguity
see.
here.
They want to clear A control.
Door tapped again. They might just end up shifting this all the way over
Yeah.
to A.
Yeah, still a decent amount of time. They have their own talk screen over at A.
I think Fatal would be
And it
nice
looks
to
like-
use on this, especially with the time getting a little bit
Well, that's where
low.
the spike is going,
Wait,
but
time's
we
getting
do have
really
still
low.
Saya player
They're not
looking
even
over
back
at
through
Mount.
A
You've
yet.
seen what he can see.
Spike's here.
Look at where RRQ is positioned, though. 4 people on
It's really a
scene.
one
This is just going to
person
be an info bait. They send out the
one-person
Prowler.
fake.
Yeah,
I mean, he
look at
can hear all the
rotations
info.
beginning
Yeah,
here
he
for
hears all
RRQ.
the, hears the running and he
The
calls
shift
him back.
Over. Showstopper out from Saya.
I have no idea about the guy in sight, though.
Not revealing his
Okay.
position, but it doesn't matter. Izu just moves up through the smoke,
Ooh.
finds a kill, but Showstopper going to be short. Side player unable to find that elimination.
This guy's
Now
got to
he's back
relax
away.
himself.
Nightfall
Fatal
coming
goes
through.
in,
Carpe
hits.
shoves them back,
None.
buys some space. The plant comes in for T1.
Yeah, all things considered, a pretty nice entry with Flipschneider down, and now a good setup, but Execute is going to fall down right as they are potentially going to come in through the smoke. Waterfall being spotted here by Execute, but not able to hit it, and Jemkin gets value with his showstopper, but they don't check the corner, as Izu going to be able to pick up one, and Carpe gets two.
And now it is all
yeah, people in the afterplant over towards C are getting a lot better.
Shot onto Izu, but just too many targets.
People are starting to prioritize this square a lot more, and I think you kind of have to from some of the stuff that I've seen.
Move up to double digits.
It's so good to be able to swing off of. It can always be like first contact, and then you have a lot of stuff that do off it.
Full play was fantastic. Izu also just creeping through the smoke, able to get that one, and Carpe so crisp. Gets the waterfall, looks back, feels the pressure, gets another headshot.
We'll just say low buy though for RRQ. This is the round that they literally have to get on the boards, right? Everyone's money's in the bin. It would be 12 if you won't get this. No ults. Elmimore's one away, Zephyro's one away. I goes towards A, doesn't see anyone, and they take C control.
He's not going to call one unless this gets, you know, maybe a round apart.
Yeah, at this point, I think he's probably said enough times, you know, just don't think, send it. You guys are playing really well. Just keep doing what you're doing. You know, it's the easiest position, I guess, as a coach, as your players are playing it really well.
Yeah, just get him into that flow state where everything just feels natural.
And they just bailed on this D setup.
Well, they're going to play with this door again.
Okay. DC default in the first minute.
Just to get RRQ
Nade goes in to break any util that's potentially here, but they saved the molly. Saya might have heard that.
Try to catch T1 off guard.
Saya's going to stay on a bit of a solo lurk.
I hope he doesn't tunnel vision for this.
Yeah.
Molly that's on the floor.
Wait and see what he can find. Smoke down, pushes up, and he sees enough of Estrella to be able to take him down. Rotations now.
Yeah, nothing heard over towards A, and it's all up to Flipside in a committed position. Let's have his wall if he gets the kill to maybe get out. Wall.
Sees the spike, now rotations can come back. Up on the wall,
lovely, man.
Also stands his ground to find one.
Still did great, still made this one doable. We've got to keep an eye on the Omen luck.
But as the swing comes in, Jemkin taken down again, attention a bit split. Izu going to be noted here on B as the spike works its way through.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, you see rotation here, and they've got it all clogged up. Every entry
I'll tell you what,
into this one, the poison orb.
Saya has mad impact right now. Every time it's like the next kill is really important. Saya just gets it.
Kill for either would give them the ult. There's the C's as Rossi going to be locked into position for the moment, but there's just nothing else
he got a molly
on the back end. Right now thrown down, Xero pushes up over the top of that one.
Ended up being a very nice molly in the end, and you would imagine this is pretty much done for RRQ.
It's 2 rounds away from closing out this series.
What's their low buy here?
Finding themselves with the first victory.
Sheriff Stingers.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, RRQ, they got the anti-bonus, I guess, right? That one round, and that was it. Like, this is, again, another lurk from Saya player. It was pretty nice from Flipschneider to try to give them a chance, but at the end of the day, it was just clean up here for the side of T1. Right from the get-go, they were in total control of this round, so kind of unfortunate for RRQ. We're not really seeing
next game? Oh yeah, it's bleed, isn't it?
Oh
no, man.
Side.
More saying oh no for the chat.
Getting in there pretty quickly, and it's going to be Izu actually to take him down.
Fades or raise or they got to use these ults next round, pretty much. Oh wait, they use ult before they plant. This can be pretty. This can be pretty bad. Yeah, I'm telling you, every time I see a Viper ult before a plant, it just goes so wrong. You get all this space and then you can just spam. You don't have the best guns to spam, but it's still a bit of a nightmare. Massive duel.
Looks around the back of side, finds the catch, takes down one, and manages to avoid that Bulldog spray as Elmimoore will get finished off. Lockdown now.
No, boss man.
A 1v3 here from
Holy hell, okay. Honestly, they got to push him.
Turret cleared out, swings, finds two.
Oh, I tell you what, it wasn't too bad. It actually wasn't too bad in the end.
Runs him down, and T1 now get themselves up to match point.
Yeah, the ult was pretty good in the end. I mean, they had to literally just all push him.
Right? It was like
just felt
last chance for him. He was going
at 11-7, I guess. Why not?
Sending it in the 1v3.
They don't know where the third player is.
Barely not enough. Izu really clean, and oh man, just not able to feel the pressure.
Yeah, no one got info of the chamber during the duels. Omen ult. Omen got this kill, Viper got this kill, right? It's unlucky.
That one out. It was not the case.
I guess he thought he was probable the whole time or in front of door.
Nearly unbeatable on these attacker sides.
Scout around, but
the door didn't open, yeah, but he thought he was here. But I'm saying, like, Omen got the kill on site here, Viper got the kill on here, but they only know about 2, and it's a chamber. Which, like, would he be over towards door? Like, if his role is normally in this area, kind of just going off, yeah.
It's going to be a very early preventative Nightfall sent in here.
Then if you had put the ult there, do you not think the guy would have spammed it? Yeah, it's a bit of a mix of both.
That just goes down, and now Estrella's right there.
They keep getting the first kill.
Able to find that kill. That's a solid start, but Rossi will get traded out. Turret cleared. Xfero finding one. Looks like we might not be done quite just yet.
That was nice though. Yeah, trades over towards it through the smoke, ready to go. And if you're T1, I would be tempted to time out here. Nice and early.
Can't draw down against Estrella fast enough.
Depends where. Depends what the calls are. Money's gonna get low.
Yeah,
With some good ults.
You gotta get started with one,
you don't need to time out. They got some good ults. It's fine.
To make this a bit interesting, you see that T1.
You would hope that they can come up with a pretty unreal plan with this many ults.
Losing a lot of money in the rounds previously, and then of course losing this one. So it's really nice hold here, especially from Xfero. Feels like he's feeling himself towards the end of this map. I suppose better late than never. And he does show up in a big way in the last couple of rounds.
You want to play? Let's play.
And let's see now, big control over here on Rubble, as both sides trying to get in their faces. Saya's already through the door in a tree, though.
Yeah, and this guy's got control of A.
RRQ aware of this. Can they avoid it?
Yeah, just gotta send it. This guy hears him go heaven. Omen flash is incredible. Nice duel from Jemkin. Maybe not expecting him here. Whoa. Wait.
Second kill here for the squad.
Whoa.
Jemkin.
This guy.
The elimination, but Izu now lurking.
No, not like this, guys. How do they lose this one? It was going so well. They didn't check the corner.
Alive. Last man standing. Drops down off the rope. The plant being held. Izu. That in his hands. And he's pushing forward, not pulling back towards tree. He's not stacking up. And the timing, Jemkin just misses him. Swing onto the corner.
Okay, T1 with honestly a convincing 2-0. They did get double pistol on this one. That really helped them.
T1 will be able to find a match victory here in stage 1.
Falling did feel better.
I mean, what can you say?
It suited them a lot more.
And
they were very proactive on their defense.
For 3 maps, and then
on both maps.
For 3 maps.